So Louis, we are in where? Wellington?
Yeah.
Wellington Mall? Okay, OP boy, thanks for bringing us here. D, nice to see you smiling all over the way.
And you see the nice food and that.
Nice food, boy, nice food. Wow, wow, wow.
Right.
Just like Trinidad, hope.
So, 2 times a day.
Dr. Melon, girl, Louise. Dr. Melon, no, eh? Dr. Melon.
Melon and other stuff too, man.
OP? Dr. Melon, boy.
Melon,
All right, so we're rolling, fellas. We're rolling again. Apart from rolling pin, we're rolling. We're rolling video time. Mama Lou, you come to show off your coconut bake skills up here?
Yeah, boy.
Okay,
One
girl.
a man did well, so I had to say, all right, coconut bake now.
Coconut bacon. What? Lapsahachi?
Oh, yeah, assistant doing over there.
Huh? Oh, I want a break, boy.
He have been making breakfast all these mornings.
Yeah.
He had a break.
D?
Yes, dear.
Ah, girl, you look smart. You look smart,
I tell
man.
her, she looking like a sawati. I said, when I see thee, I said, gee, is that sawati, girl?
Sawati.
I have no idea.
Oh, boy.
That is just so nice. It's just our old house there.
So we have 5 coconut bake in the making, right?
You're right.
What kind of flour you use up here?
What?
Gold medal, unbleached, all-purpose flour. We don't have that in Trinidad, Louise.
No.
Louisiana.
We have hibiscus, 5 roses.
They still have 5 roses?
Yeah, that's one of the best flowers.
Yeah, boy. That I remember that.
They have
Okay.
hibiscus. They have, I think we mostly buy the hibiscus or the 5 roses.
So it says, please cook fully before enjoying.
Well,
You could people try to eat that raw?
yeah, sometimes a bake could come out raw, you know, if you take it out before time.
Really?
Yeah.
So what you sticking the bake now?
Yeah, that is remove any air.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, sometimes something have bubbles.
Right, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
No, maybe
Well, as I say, you do these things because of tradition. That's how it was done, eh?
I thought it was just a pattern thing.
No, I think it has to do with that.
Must be. Mm-hmm.
There is one plenty thing sure. I think this is a pattern. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But it also creates a nice pattern, eh?
So yesterday we went to the mall. What mall was that again? Wellington Mall?
Wellington, yeah.
Wellington Mall.
Wellington. Mm-hmm.
And then we came home and we had some melon.
Mm-hmm.
And we wake up now to some coconut bake in the making.
In the making.
Do you put on the oven, right?
Hey, Louisa, open my room for all of this thing, yo?
Yeah, boy, we test it out first.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
No big deal.
man, we test it out. That's the same.
What temperature?
350. Look at the lady now, boy.
Assistant. That is the kind of assistant you're looking for.
The lady flowing gone, boy. She is not the assistant now, she's the boss lady. She's the Sawati. She's the Sawati, boy.
The what? Sour.
The Sawati, boy. Sawati is the big shot, you know. Yes, like the godfather wife. Godfather there.
Who's the godfather there? Obi?
What?
Godfather wife.
That's the godfather wife?
That's a machine gun tycoon boy.
But they don't have any nice godfathers.
They have nice ones?
Not that kind of godfather.
Oh, okay.
Then when long time when you get christened and thing,
Right,
instead
right.
of your godfather,
Right. Oh, okay.
yeah, and your usually godfather supposed to treat you nice.
Uh-huh.
So usually godfather was not that kind of godfather. Usually godfather.
That's the kind that will make you offer your car reviews, man.
Yeah, boy. We watch so much movie, they spoil that Godfather name.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh gosh, you'll have
When you think about
to-
Godfather, you think about mafia
Wow.
and killing
You
them.
dress up nice, and I give you one.
Louis, I was thinking, coming home, right? Got a
Have a
nice
break?
little, yeah, got a nice, huh?
Have a break?
I've got a brain, yes. Now listen carefully, yeah? Because you're on record here.
Yeah,
So
what do you
think,
think? Oh,
think
gosh.
about your answers, right?
Is that interview?
Not an interview, it's just some, reflections.
Okay.
My brother, Lennox, passed away 2 days ago, okay?
Accept my sympathy again.
Thank you very much. Now, we were 7 boys in the family and 4 girls. So we're down to 2 girls and 1 boy, meaning myself, right? 1 male,
You
okay?
be here.
We be here, as they used to say, the last child,
The
okay?
last child stand, boy.
Yeah, but he's still standing.
Yes, stand, yeah, the last child stand.
Yeah. But what I want to find out is, how do you feel when someone has passed away very close? Since Leva's death, for instance, right? And a lot of folks have commented about having lost so many siblings and parents, even within a short space of time. So now we have lost 3 members of the family
In 3 months.
in 3 months. Okay, Leva, a nephew, and now my brother. And I'm still trying to come to terms with how I feel about his passing, right? I find myself reflecting on days in Cora, days when Cedric and himself, Lennox, used to carry me to the river, take me down to Tunapuna, while they're traversing the land in Tunapuna, I'm with them as little brother, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm the only one left of 7 boys.
Yeah.
And I find myself thinking about my brothers, right? Individually,
You're reminiscing.
yeah, times we spent together, things we did.
Yeah.
And it is quite a loss for me and also for his family, right? Those siblings are going to be seeing their dad being buried, okay? OP, for instance, how you felt when, death struck in your family?
Well, somewhat sudden,
Mhm.
You never really expect that to come with younger folks, But I guess with Liba and with Leonard, you were kind of expecting that. But sometimes it could be sudden too. Like my old man, I was speaking to him the day he died, and there was no thought of death in him. Actually, he was talking about how long he would live. But that was a shock to me when he died. And then, of course, being such a close-knit family, arrangements had to be made and things had to, you just kind of start focusing on how we getting this done, and then you grieve after,
Yes.
But at the moment that was that,
Yes.
yeah. But with my brother now, well, we had a long history together, but it was hard. But you kind of had to move on. But then again, as you say, sometimes it will just suddenly come back to you of all the things that you used to do. So you will have a sad moment down the road. Something. I don't know if that's the way I should put it, but
Yeah, you will have sad moments, yes.
yeah. You really don't forget them,
No.
because they're part of your history.
That's right.
Yeah, you grow up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. It's true. And I was amazed, when people began to comment on Lieber's passing, they started to, some people honed in on their own loss. And it's amazing to see, we have lost 3 special individuals within the last 3 months. But some people have written that within 1 month they could have lost 4.
Ooh.
4 in the family.
In COVID time.
Oh,
COVID time, people.
Or
lost
even
a lot.
out of COVID too. There are some families that have lost people. Some,
man.
and it really hurts.
Yeah,
It hurts.
It will, man.
Yeah.
And boy, it's part of life, and sometimes it's something you really can't. You gotta learn to cope with it, I guess.
Mhm. Me too, you
Yeah.
definitely have to.
Well, you know, as they say, the grieving process.
Yeah.
You know, people get angry. People first in denial that the person really died.
Yeah.
And people could stay in that denial state for a very long time, you know.
Well, especially if you see it drinking.
Hmm.
Woo.
You don't deal with it.
No, I tell you, one of my guys, me and Lance was talking about that a little while ago. You know, his brother died, and they were young boys. He's like what? I think he may be about 20, 21, and his brother may be about 24. But he,
Oh boy.
yeah, and he died. He died from a tumor in the brains or something like that. You know, but they were so close that I think we had to beg him to come back out to work because he was just drinking
Yes, that's
and
how he was
drinking.
coping.
Yeah, and on top of it, they had to take the body abroad to bury, and he couldn't go.
Oh.
You know, so they were having a wake. The mom couldn't go too because she's here, but they wanted to bury him back in his country where he's from. So, I mean, they grieve a lot, boy.
Yeah. Some people never come out of grief.
No, boy.
Especially, I heard of a mother who lost her son, and after that, well, I don't know if she had other medical problem, but she never walked.
Yeah.
Ready, yeah.
I think that's like in the case of husbands and wives too.
Yes, and children. Yes,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
She read you already, Dee.
Oh, I hear the I hear the big man.
No, you don't have the key.
Well, you know that people. If you hear that, you're in a bad way.
Hey, when my wife asks me for money, right?
5 of the very best, Nancy.
Yeah. When if we sit down together and she asks me for money, I say, what you say? And she repeat the thing. I said, no, you better come in this end.
You come like Eric Williams.
Yeah, this one.
But Omar, you know, have a joke like that. With Eric Williams.
Eric Williams?
Yeah, like, see how that joke went again?
They say this fella from one of the small islands come to Eric Williams and asking Eric Williams, you know, he's already hearing it.
Yeah.
And they say, Mr. Prime Minister, you could lend me a little $20. So he said, come in this year here. The year that didn't have the hearing aid, you know. He come across and he said, you think you can lend me $40? He said, come back in this year, come back in this year.
Well, I didn't know that joke, but I didn't try that on the wife.
You was as bright as Eric Williams, boy.
Nah, boy. That was a brilliant man.
That was a brilliant man, boy.
All right, I need to just stop this briefly. So, Lou,
Yes,
we were
sir.
talking a while ago about how I feel about Lennox. And my daughter has written to us saying, you know, she understands the pain I might be going through
Yeah.
after the loss of Liba and now my brother. And slowly, really and truly, as I wrote back saying, you know, little images of when we were younger, creeping into my mind. Days of going to the river. Because we had a very simple country life.
Yeah.
So there were simple little things that we did every day, became kind of routine.
Right.
You know, hunting mangoes, hunting cashews or whatever.
Yeah. But that, I think that is very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
That when someone dies,
Mm-hmm.
the most natural thing is that you reflect. You reflect on your childhood.
Right.
So that's great to do that. And even to reflect on your recent times,
Mm-hmm.
you know, throughout your life,
Right.
things that you did, and so, because when you think about these things, it is like accepting that he's gone, because you're reminiscing on the past. So it's like accepting he's no more, because usually when death comes, people go into denial. And I have heard it even recently with the loss of Liba. Like someone said to me, I feel like Liba is still doing missionary work. You know, I don't think of her as dying. I think of her being in her field doing missionary work. She said, and usually, so then now she's in that kind of denial. But then when somebody says something like, we went to see Liba grave, it suddenly, hey, Liba really dead. You know? So denial is something, if you don't face the reality that this person has died, you cannot move on. So it is good to be able to think about what you had and reminiscing about the good days, and even if there were bad days, you think about it, but it helps you to move on. That, you know, that it will be easier to accept that the person died. But if you don't do that and you're treating this person as they're still existing, they're still playing tennis, or they're still doing this and they're still doing that, you're not accepting that they died. And you keep yourself, you deny the grief process because you're not moving on. You're living in.
So a grief process is important.
A grief is very important.
To identify it,
So
it
you
is
first have to
important.
not be in denial that the person has died. And if you don't deny that the person has died, you will reminisce about the past that you had. You're not going to do that if you think they're still alive.
Okay.
So it's important going through what you're going through now, thinking about the good times, thinking about maybe you all played tennis for a lot of years together, he worked on the truck with you. So you have a lot of memories that will be rekindled at this time.
That's right.
And then sometimes people get angry. It's all part of the process, the anger process. Why this had to happen, you know, especially that might happen if it's a young person died. But at 84, you might accept that, well, my brother had a good long life. So you may not go through no anger stage because, you know, you're satisfied. You played tennis together with him. You had him on this earth for 84 years. That was very long. So you may not go through an angry stage. But then now, then you start to miss the person. That's the grief process, you know, that the person really is gone. You're not in denial of that. I'm not going to see this person again. But that's where your spirituality helps. That if you believe in life eternal and we will meet again, that's comfort. So it is good and it's easier when people have a belief and a faith that helps you in time of grief.
Okay, no, real experience again. The recent experience.
You know, and I think that is something like with the loss of Liba. I mean, it's still very fresh, 3 months, but I don't think that I went through a denial of Liba's death because she was at home. We saw her from different stages in life, and you knew the time came when Liba can't go on like this.
Right.
So that was like release for her, and even for us too, from the point of view that there's nothing you could do to help this child. You know? So denial was not something I experienced, but I get flashes often of times together. Nice times
Yeah,
together.
and that's important to have these flashes, you know.
Yeah.
You
So
can reminisce
that's
on good
healthy.
things.
That's healthy, reminiscent. You know, and that is why I also really believe that people need to live good. Because if you're not on speaking terms, I could never imagine not being on speaking terms with one of my siblings or someone that you love, one of your children. When they die, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What you really going to do? You will, your conscience will tell you you can't go to that funeral because what life was like in recent times. So I believe that people really need to move on. Things happen, happens in every family. But you don't stay like that, because death is going to visit the home one day. Whether it's for his brother, sister, mother, father. And if you really die when you were not on speaking terms and this person died, I don't know how you're facing your nieces and nephews if you weren't talking to your brother. Because the first thing they say, where's the hypocrite coming from?
Yeah. I think forgiveness is a very important part in our lives.
Yeah.
How we live.
Yeah.
You know.
And it helps in the whole grief process.
Yeah, I think forgiveness kind of free you.
Yeah.
You know, when you might be angry at the same time, but when it's like allow you to let go of that situation or that thing.
Yeah.
So your mind clear.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Because a lot of remorse, people suffer, families suffer a lot of remorse.
Oh yeah.
And when you see them can't move on, sometimes they may never tell you about it. They might be too embarrassed to tell you that they had this person, and that person wasn't doing good. They have hard feelings, and then they regret that they didn't make back, reconcile, you know. So from that point of view, I will say, if there is no remorse, if you knew that, I mean, I'm thankful you went and see your brother before we came here, so that you don't have no remorse while you're here. Oh gosh, I didn't see my brother, I leave and I didn't go and see my brother. So that in itself has freed you. You cannot go back for the funeral, but circumstances will not allow you to go back. So, I mean, it's sad to know that you're not going to be there, but you have a clear conscience that you're not going back because you have had feelings. You know? So, that is the importance.
Yeah, well, live good, otherwise
boy.
you have to total a lot of things to your grave.
Yeah, until you die, you toting that with you.
Yeah.
So yes, it's sad to lose loved ones, and that is why it's important that we reconcile our differences, move on, even if the person never tell you they're sorry, and they offer some sort of trying to contact you or whatever. Be mature enough. Jesus turned his cheek. You know? So, yeah. But that, when it comes home, your very own, it's an individual experience.
Yes, it is.
Every day people die, and we say, I'm sorry to hear that. But when you lose a daughter, you know what other people felt. Before you couldn't identify. Oh, sorry to hear your daughter die. But now you can empathize and say, it's tough. Same like with your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, you know. And but I think that the important thing is to try and be on good terms so that there wouldn't be remorse. It's sad enough to lose them, but to have remorse, it will kill you.
You might be following them in the grave.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that is fine. That is fine. Thank you. Yes.
But again, darling, I'm sorry that you lose your only brother, but you have Omar.
Oh, God.
You have Omar.
I don't
And you
feel
have,
like I can feel that shoes.
no boy, sometimes they say a friend is as good as a brother.
Oh.
So,
man.
so you have Omar and you have others.
You ever hear? I used to think at one time, I'm telling you this, but I used to be in a kind of self-denial thing, you know. You know, I like, when I go to a funeral, I wouldn't go and see the person
That's because,
laying down in the box there. Because I used to say to myself, I want to remember them when they were alive.
Yeah.
In a way, I wasn't accepting the death then, you know. Maybe it dies a way not to accept it. But it's a good lesson. Death is always a good lesson for us. Eh?
Yes.
Like, what did Solomon say? It's better to go to the house of mourning than
Yeah, also feasting, yeah.
because we could ask, we know we have to pass through this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We all gotta pass through this. But it's how we live will determine where we're going.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, boy, everybody will taste of death
Yeah.
to loved ones.
The curse of all man, it says.
Yeah. So, Louise, what are you squeezing there now?
I have some lemon to wash the saltfish.
Huh? Could you come for it, please? You're out of view.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you squeeze? What are you making there? Buljol?
Yes.
Okay.
But the saltfish is not as nice as ours.
You always like it's more
Dry.
dry, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't flake as good.
This must be a refrigerated thing or something.
When you say not as good as Trinidad saltfish?
Well, our saltfish is from Canada, yeah?
Yeah,
Where
and
the
where's-
saltfish is from?
I have no idea.
You know where the saltfish come from?
Costco.
Good one, Lee. Good one.
Where that country is again?
Very good, Lee. Very good. Yeah, man. Put in the other the class, girl. Yeah, you don't get that nice flaky, fine, like what we would get Canadian saltfish meat.
Yeah, that kind of dry
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Maybe drying process is different. This must be a frozen thing, but I know that
This
is
looks like it's our grandfather fish.
probably.
That's how I will look.
Yeah.
So, well, you know they say hands are always when food is better. Clean hands, there's clean hands.
Yes, of course.
Do you have any pimento pepper?
What is that?
Pimento. You know it's called pimento pepper?
Yeah, on the tree.
You have a tree, man? Off the press, man.
You going to Costco for that?
You have it off the tree, boy.
Off the tree.
You come like that man and go into the garden to pick it.
Yeah, man. Right?
Your assistant off duty today, girl, Louise.
Boy,
Eh?
I hope you can eat my bake when you finish all that. Eat it like that, you know.
Well, I'm the official taster today. Nah, getting up, man.
You're gearing up,
I'm
right.
getting up for that, boy. I want that hot.
Hot off the press, eh?
You put a piece of cheese in that, so cheese. But you're not melting the cheese, you know. You're just putting the cheese with the hotness of the bake
Right.
inside
And
of
some
that.
butter.
Yeah, but I remember a man in a gas
And
station.
you know, I didn't check to see what time we put it in.
Oh.
About 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, how you doing?
Yeah, boy, man.
Mm-hmm.
A man in a gas station
Mm-hmm.
eating a piece of bake, hot bake.
Right.
As a little boy, I remember that, no, man.
Coconut bake?
Coconut bake.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had bread, just bring a hot piece of bake for him. Have a piece of cheese in that. And you know the greens, we just call greens?
Yes. You just got it over here?
Yeah, you just get greens here.
Watercress.
Watercress they call it, yeah. Put a piece of that. And I remember the man up to now taking a bite in that and the satisfaction that was in his face, boy.
Where was that, Omar?
Way down in Captiville, that was a little boy.
Yes,
But
yes,
always
yes.
around the gas station there.
A
because
little
we
olive oil
didn't
should soften up this fella, man.
Olive oil? Yeah, boy. That was
Yes.
something.
So you saw that look of satisfaction and it
Yeah,
remained
boy.
with you.
The man even offered me a piece.
He offered
Right? Yeah, he said, "You want a piece?" But I was afraid to say yes because I might have denied him the rest of that thing, boy. In my little mind, nah.
It just goes to show how impressions can be made when you're young, eh?
Yeah, boy.
I remember going to Coral Junction, Mr. Isahak's parlor. And a guy came in one day and he asked for a bread. And he cut it, Mr. Isaac cut it open. Oh, Mammy was her name, Mammy. We used to call her Mammy. Mammy Isahak. And Mammy cut our bread for that man and he put some butter in it and he sliced a banana Or silk fig might have been, eh?
Imagine that.
Put it in the middle and you put some pepper on that. And I say, fig and bread, boy. I had to try. I had to try that, and boy, that is a delicious thing.
Really?
Yeah, boy.
With pepper and fig?
Yes. And a
Do
little
you know that? What's that? Fig with pepper and bread.
and bread. You know, I had a little 6 cents bread you used to buy, it,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
either end had a little knob on it, like.
He was too young for that.
Yeah, boy.
Man.
That was a delicious. So impressions are made on us when we have young minds, huh?
Yeah. Food, what it do, what's the word? Not rekindle, but it bring back memory. There's a better way of putting that, but I forget.
Yeah.
It awakens
That's right.
a memory. Yeah. I remember having a cheeseburger when I was about 19, 17, 19, somewhere around there in Canada, in Toronto.
Didi.
Man, the smell of it, whatever it was, boy,
Yeah, because I just wondered about
it
that.
made an impression on
If it
me.
boiled enough.
It was good with like onions and different things in it, boy. And I tell you, I'm 71 now, and I was in Ottawa the other day, and these friends up there invited me to a place they call Rockin' Johnny.
Rockin' Johnny.
Rockin' Johnny, boy. Went into this little deli, and I smelled it as I went in there, and I ordered a cheeseburger, boy. And I couldn't believe that when I bite into that triggered that memory, you know. I remember that.
Food is remarkable, boy.
I said, that is amazing.
Oh my, this is not a throw away.
Huh? That's not the throw away?
No, this is what a sandwich from this morning.
Oh, okay. When we show you everything.
I'm watching us.
Hey, we have big bread, bacon, now, so all this we could do. That take priority.
That was it. Omar, don't bring everything, boy. And that's why you bring you.
That is the short that.
Oh, boy.
Don't move from there, you know, Omar. They're coming up just now, you know.
I want that hot boy. You remember them days, Louis, when they used to make that and put the fire on top?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They have the big pot. And it,
Fire on top and fire below.
well, my mom used to cook in a chula, right?
A chula, boy.
Yeah, boy, kitchen.
I want salad to make that in the backyard there, you know.
But here the thing with that, man. Our kitchen downstairs of the house, the whole kitchen was smoky looking, you know, man, because wood you're cooking with.
Right.
You don't need no paint, you know.
Yeah.
Everything was smoke.
Chula, boy. But you don't have a chula up here?
No, I think it's something to make one, Hey, remember we were trying to make, we was thinking about doing some things outside.
Yeah, backyard cooking, but it look like you're kind of late for that now.
Hey, you forget the backside. Backyard cooking.
Watch your language here, Louis. That looks good, man.
Oh gosh, we could already do that in the boilers.
Yeah, but it's okay, man. More times. As the young people say. How's she shaping up, Mama Lou?
Good. Just have to take color on top now.
Coconut big.
So you just flip it over, Louis? So you,
No.
Oh, okay.
You move it around.
Oh, so maybe that's why they used to put the fire on top.
That's right.
You get the color.
So you get the heat on top.
Right.
So once you open that, it's to just take it out.
Yeah.
Whereas with the oven, what underneath gets through.
Oh, for underneath? Yeah.
So you put it on top.
Yeah.
But the people had the science.
Yeah, man. Imagine that. They had science before
Yeah,
science.
Yeah.
science. They invented, I always say, you know, whatever we have in the present is just improvement to what was in the past, you know.
Yeah, boy. Them people in that. What they call this oven again, Dick? the heat is be even in the oven? What's that, conventional? What is it called?
Convection.
Convection oven?
Yeah. So it's circulating.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like, when you think about a house, you think of a modern house, lands as always see. The caveman had a cave,
Yeah.
but it was the same idea from the cave
Yeah.
that you start to improve, you know.
Yeah.
You have a cave, you have a little ventilation, you
Yeah.
have a little opening to the top for breeze,
Yeah.
and he say, well, good. So man say, well, invent a house,
I do.
build a brick house, put windows,
Mm-hmm.
then somebody get the idea, hey, instead of louvers, better we could do push-out windows and be more stylish.
Yeah.
And so they keep improving, but it's the same idea.
Yeah. They even
And air
had,
condition come in.
but they had a piece of science that I saw as a little boy. They had they had something way up to the ceiling with the boards facing like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they knew that, but all the hot air would rise. That's what happened. It rise, and it take the dust with it because that thing used to always be dusty,
Right.
right? So they had a way of taking out that hot air from the room
Yeah.
because, as we know and understand now, hot air rises.
Exactly.
But they had
So the
that,
people, so yeah,
Yeah.
even like the wheel,
yeah,
as in, isn't at cut center one of them showing you everything starts with the wheel.
the real one. Yeah.
All the inventions, everything is starts from the wheel.
Invention, yeah.
So the man who first recognized a wheel or whatever, how we get this wheel, that was the
Amazing,
beginning
eh?
of,
A beginning of transportation, movement.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everything have wheels.
Yeah. But it was amazing to see a fella could, we had that so long, right?
Mm.
They have the wheel and everything. And it's only not too long ago, a guy would invent that little wheel for your suitcase. Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing? It's right there in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But one guy would take it and run with it.
Boy, I missed that wheel when we were coming up to Florida, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because I had a suitcase I couldn't do anything with it but hold it and drag it.
Because the wheels wasn't working.
Uh-huh.
I call and see. I go and I buy a new one, but it's too big for handle it. So yummy. We could still use that one.
I say, Mama Lou, you ain't gave me the road to know what I gave you that.
Temperature with that.
No,
boy.
time to dump that, right?
No, boy. I ain't going nowhere without the wheels now.
The wheel, boy, the
Yeah,
wheel.
man. I dragging that wheel up that little staircase into them like that.
Oh, you mean when we landed here?
Yeah, I ain't holding nothing, man. I pull here up that little step by up there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Man,
Oh, Mario, want to taste this and see how it tastes?
I don't know. You could taste that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to cook that. Oh, that
No,
ready to go?
It boil. Let me.
Yeah, I
show you
could.
this.
That's ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we just putting that inside of the bomb.
Yeah. Buljol, it's already boiled.
Uh-huh.
See that?
Let me
But
see you.
some
Let
people-
me see you taste that. Like how lasagna will taste something.
Oh gosh, I might be able to imitate that boy. Mm-hmm.
Let me see how you will taste that.
Then if it need more lime.
Okay.
You know, salad is swirl that in the mouth and
I
look
said,
up in
you need
the air.
some more to really taste, Omar.
No, I
twist.
have enough. Oh, you made my mouth too big? Have enough salt.
Have enough salt. Salt
Mhm.
is salt enough.
Yeah.
Oh, hot pepper.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like a hot pepper in the garden.
Yeah. You gotta ask the gardener, you know.
Yeah,
The Costco lady.
The Costco lady. Yeah. That is what it's missing, some hot pepper. The pimento sometimes just have a little pepperish taste, but this one,
But everything look good so far.
it look good. We're talking about taste.
Tastes good. Yeah, tastes. Well, it look good. Now it tastes good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the crunchiness, boy. Just go cut good. Yeah.
What crunchy in that?
The onions and
Uh-huh.
Because it's raw, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
the yeah.
Some hot pepper will kick it.
That's the only thing that's.
And a little more lime?
Yeah. It could be. Yeah, lime.
I think a little more lime.
Yeah, a little more lime. You got it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
When you taste, you're supposed to know, as a good cook, what missing.
Well, you know, I'm a bad cook. so you have a.
Tell me about all the smell of the
I
bacon.
smell in the bake, I smell in the bake. You better see what about it.
No, it doesn't take color yet.
It didn't take color yet.
But you're smelling it.
I'm a paintbrush bite.
I know, but we're gonna put some varnish on it.
Yeah.
Well, I can get the cheese ready, right?
Yeah.
Aye.
Coming up, man. Coming up. Give her next 10 minutes. The thing is, I didn't check to see that I could have tell you how long I gave Omar.
Oh, yeah, you're timing off. You check this.
I didn't think what time I put it in.
But always remember this starting line.
Exactly, boy.
Remember where we come from.
Remember where we come from. Omar, this is lemon or lime?
Which one?
Trinidad, we will call this a lime, eh? But I think in America, they call that a lemon.
Yeah. But this is, oh yeah. This is a, yeah. But it has lime and it has lemon here too.
Yeah. But let us ask any of the Trini Americans.
Uh-huh. Oh, you want more lemon?
No.
Okay.
Will you call this a lime or a lemon? In Trinidad, we don't have our limes as big as this. But we would call this lime. And lemon is what is very rough skin.
Yeah.
Omar, remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Very rough skin is the lemon. So it always confused me. Is this a lime or is this a lemon? You all can respond to that.
Yeah. Well, maybe-
Eddie,
Huh?
over here they call this a lemon, right?
Lemon.
In Trinidad we will call this a lime. The lemon is rough skin, ugly, like a frog.
Yeah, what we'll do?
You don't know.
We'll take back one to Farmer Harry. I'll ask him.
But Farmer
Professional
Harry,
advice, right?
Farmer Harry has this kind of big limes in, but they don't be yellow.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Farmer Harry could answer that question first.
We gotta go to the genetics of the tree.
some of this?
What's that?
Yes, man.
Right. Yes.
But Daniel, why?
Straight from the garden, boy. This is a girl to La Sana heart, boy. Straight from the garden to you.
2 leaves.
Well, yeah. D, well, you're now talking La Sana language, boy, girl.
We put in nothing?
Now, is this pepper very hotty?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, taste it first.
My eye burned me last night. I can't take on anything else burned me now.
But you have to understand with her too, eh?
Yeah, D's a pepper lady, boy.
Yeah, so if she say it's hot, buddy,
Yeah,
it's hot.
exactly.
What is hot for us is mild for her.
Yes, I know that.
She's go to the restaurant with her own pepper. Yeah.
A lot of Chinese do that, you know.
Yeah.
But D, what about the kuchila girl? You taste it? The kuchila from Trinidad, which supposed to have plenty pepper.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot?
Yeah.
Well, boy, I'm glad about that because the request was plenty pepper, you know.
Great, yeah.
And the lady who made it for me, she said, well, if this lady find this have plenty pepper, she's a real hot lady.
That part we know.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Lance, you want a taste of it?
No.
Omar, take a taste now.
No?
The
Okay.
final finale, grand finale.
A little bit there? Okay.
Piece of pepper in that, eh?
All right. That might, yeah.
Don't eat that yellow thing, eh?
Boy. Me and my wife different, you know. She love this hot pepper, but boy, if I take her, I can't eat it over there. Yeah.
Now, boy, you eat pepper, they really like the pepper.
Mm-hmm. I think this is what all that was missing sound good now. I mean, taste good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the scythe,
Yeah.
that's what they call, what do you call that in Trinidad, over here? Scallion?
Chives?
Chives? Okay.
Oh boy, yeah.
Chives and sives is the same thing, right?
Yeah, CHIVE. We say sive in Trinidad, and it is SIVE. But chive must be the correct thing. But if you in Trinidad would say, I want a bundle of chive, they wouldn't know what you're talking about.
It's a side. Why would you call it side?
They go like this. Hey, we ain't got that thing here.
Yeah, boy. It's like how you ask for the builder.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to wait till this bake come out, you know.
Yeah. When the bake come out, that is the end of
Solomon and Gandhi.
Solomon and Gandhi.
You know how long I hear that much? Where Solomon Gandhi come out from?
Solomon and Gandhi, born on a Monday, Christian on a
You
Tuesday,
could Google it.
Christian on a Tuesday, married on a Wednesday, die on a
Let
Thursday.
me see, spell that, let me see
As
that.
soon as he married, die,
You
you
could
know.
bite it.
And for let's still want to get married.
What's that, Louis?
Solomon and Gandhi, born on a Monday, Christian on a Tuesday, married on a Wednesday, die on a Thursday, you know.
Buried on a Friday?
Yeah, we don't have Friday.
That look like an English thing, boy. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all
what
those
we're
things
doing.
that we still learn long time was
Coming
colonial.
back. Yeah, man. No wonder them fellas
Oh,
don't
you
want to
don't
get
need
married.
You don't need this.
No,
Okay.
buljol doesn't get boiled.
Yeah, no.
first.
Oh, you boil it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I wonder if I boiled sufficiently, why it was so hard.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
boiled. Yeah.
Oh,
So, now when you're making tomato choker, saltfish and tomato choker,
yeah.
that's a different process.
Okay.
But the buljol, you
Boil.
already, yeah.
It's for cabbage, huh?
Yeah. You
Boil.
put cabbage, you could put carrots, you could put cucumbers.
I know. Cabbage I put in it and tomatoes. Yeah.
But from a lady who come most of your life in the office, you're really doing good enough. You're an expert in these things.
No man, I used to cook before. You know,
Yeah.
Lancy tell them how when your girls getting married, Lancy go and ask me mother, how to make
I
what?
say, boy, how you just cook red beans? How you just cook lentils? How you just cook a macaroni pie? But I say, what the lady married, she can't cook at all.
But I could have cooked, yeah, I could have cooked.
Oh, God.
The only thing that I did is like when Louise cooked it during our early marriage, she made an avocado souffle.
Oh God.
I said, "Look, you spoil our avocado, man." But she didn't try again, eh?
Yeah. Let us leave it a little more.
Oh, you're not getting the color?
I'm not getting the color yet.
But Opie, when I got married in that first year,
Let me leave it.
right?
What's the time now? What time do you think we put that in the oven? Already.
You put on maybe
about.
about 25 to 1, and it's only 10 past 1.
Oh, well, we still need a little more time.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
at least 45.
When I got married,
Yeah,
I was
we
working
need
evening
more
time, right?
like that.
Yeah.
And Louise, I would get up and make breakfast for Louise. In that first year of marriage, I making breakfast, I taking care of Lisa.
Yeah, we're getting low.
When Louise goes to work after breakfast, I have Lisa to take care of. Then later on, after tidying up the house,
Yeah.
I will bathe Lisa, give her a feed, put her to sleep, and I go on in the kitchen and I start to cook. Right? When Louise comes home, she has a meal, she goes back to work, because you know St. Anne's Paul has been easy pickings, right?
Yeah.
And she'll get a ride most times.
What is this?
And
This is.
at 2 o'clock, about 1:30, I take Lisa up the hill to a girl named Doreen, and I want to thank Doreen and her patience. If Doreen, if you ever see this girl, I don't know where you are right now, but if you ever see this, thank you very much for the days you helped. Going to work, Louise comes home after 4. She takes Lisa home, and I come home around 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And that process went on for about a whole year.
Really?
Yeah. And I was comfortable in the kitchen. But of course, when we got help, I remove myself from the kitchen, especially when we move to Twin City.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I have Lasana now who pops into the kitchen and, you know, in a flash, he helps Louis with the meals.
Yeah.
Hello? Lasana.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking over a lot of, you know, what we want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just rock back now and whatever they bring to the table, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, boy. But you had a little knowledge about cooking.
Well,
Well, he asked
Yeah.
your mother how to make red bean, how to make macaroni pie. She tell her.
But you could cook too with common sense, eh?
Uh-huh.
And I realize that the more ingredients you put to make the food tastier, you get away with it.
Man. Well, Louis,
Yes.
how that food used to taste good? Yeah. The one Lance made.
I thought you was my friend, boy.
Well, we had a.
Let me tell you how that food used to taste. It used to taste good. But when you see he cook so, and he cook for the whole week, he cook a whole pound of red bean.
Same thing every day.
He put a 2 pound of minced meat in it. So, and it's only 2 of us. So, don't cook tomorrow, don't cook the next day. So, I could tell you, he used to cook quantity.
Quantity.
Quality is a different story.
Louis, you're not nice at all. Hope you boy said that, boy.
Well, we ain't going down that road.
Yeah.
But it used to taste good hot.
Like everything else.
Like everything else. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But I could give him an A+ for trying.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
For
boy.
knowing that he didn't grow up cooking.
Right.
He get a crash course from his mother a week before he married. He did good.
I can imagine Lance
Yeah.
going like this. Boy, I had to make this marriage work. You know?
Let me see what I'm going.
Yeah, boy,
What is it?
chop it up something, you know, turn it something.
And he know how to chop it. His mother tell him, what to put.
Yeah.
But he and I first start pound it, he start cut it.
Dump everything.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
No,
God.
but he did a good trial. I made a good trial run.
Yeah.
Well, when we moved to Twin City, that was in our land's cooking. Because then we had a living Ermin,
Oh,
and living help.
yeah.
So Jansen had to cook again.
You must be glad.
But I planned to put him to cook when I go back home.
Boy, you really say Louis could put anybody to work on
I
it.
planned to put him to cook when I go back home, Mama.
Oh,
So
God.
you better enjoy your vacation for two.
I'm about apron for you.
Yeah, right.
Before you go down.
Get one already, boy.
You get one already? Oh, boy. They tried to put me in an apron, boy.
Eh?
Yeah, they didn't buy a hat for me too, you know. Yeah, you
A
know.
baker's hat?
Baker's hat and thing. But boy, I think when I make the first meal,
Uh-huh.
they was expecting something better, you know. Make the second meal after that, they take back the apron and stuff, yes.
They need more chore, Omar.
Yeah, boy, they put me outside the module on, yes.
Louis, I'm smelling it there.
Yeah.
Strong.
Start to get color now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I light in the oven.
Right. 5 more minutes and Omar will be on the floor,
Quarter past
cutting
one.
his bacon, putting in his cheese.
All right.
The cheese.
I put the cheese right there. Yeah.
You're working right here.
Okay. Nice. Oh, nice. Oh God, they're bringing it
You're
over.
Watch it.
You're getting your bake straight for you, man.
Oh Jesus. This is service by Lance. So he used to do this for you? Like when you show me prepare the...
Prepare the food, boy. I used to come home for lunch, you know.
You're coming home for lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're brave, girl.
So you know, by the time he finished bed, Lisa in the morning, I give her, but he started cooking.
Yeah.
Because he cooking quantity.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, boy, you're coming home for lunch. Eating, I'm going back to work. And then I come home in the evening. He going to work.
Yeah.
So leave to go for 2 o'clock. And that went on for many years.
Mm-hmm.
For why? Right through.
Mm-hmm.
No, but when we had Liba, we got a girl to help. So she used to come in every morning and leave on evenings. So Lance would have stopped cooking by that time.
Okay.
And Nancy?
Yeah, I think so,
So
yeah.
he cooked for 1 year.
1 year.
Because
Basically 1 year.
Lisa's a year and a half when Liba was born.
Okay.
And she came when Liba was born. So he cooked for a year and a half.
Mm.
You had to get a medal.
Yeah, man, of course.
So all the quantity finish.
Only quantity finish. That's
Quali-
how I get
quality
fresh
size
food
everything.
every day.
Oh
Oh gosh.
Oh
My boy, when he make a macaroni pie, so he put the whole block of cheese. It must taste good. He put the whole piece of cheese. We had no more cheese for the week.
Oh god.
Because that time, you're going to the grocery every week, yeah?
They used to go to United Grocers. United
On
Grocers
Frederick
was
Street.
on Frederick Street.
Yeah, a lot of people used to go in the wholesale places and buy stuff, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that place opposite the police station was a wholesale place too?
Which police station is that?
In Tunapuna.
Oh,
Okay,
Charles.
I
No,
think
no, no.
the one exactly opposite the road to go Palladium. It had a downstairs place.
Mm.
Is it sell wholesale?
Yeah, wholesale. I can't remember that place, boy.
Now, we didn't sell
That is the
wholesale.
place where they had all the pots and things hanging up?
Nah, that was the place exactly opposite.
Okay.
That was a Chinese guy, I think it was, or
Mm.
one of them. But the one, you know, a street split that place and the next by the traffic light. Where the
Okay,
old traffic
okay.
light was. I think it was with, yeah. So if you're going in,
Cochran Street.
if you're going in the road with Palladium, that Paget Street, Paget,
Yeah, Pasture Road, yeah.
right opposite that
Mm.
used to be downstairs. They used to have a wholesale place there. I forget the name of the place. I used to go as a little boy with my aunt there
Okay.
to get certain like big block of cheese and some. Upstairs used to be them boys with the other poultry poultry place in the market, right in the old market there.
Okay.
Yeah, Graham. I went to school with that boy. I can't remember. I think it's Graham or something. So they used to live upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that place on Frederick Street wasn't a wholesale place. It
Oh,
was a
okay.
supermarket.
Oh, supermarket.
What was the
United
name?
Grocers.
United Grocers.
Right opposite where you will catch your cars going to
And here now, Omar,
Cascade, Santa and so
in
on.
that time, $70 a week you're buying in grocery.
Yeah.
And boy, you're getting, I even getting a little steak for a Sunday, you know.
What? That's good.
They used to have nice steak in there.
Uh-huh.
And you're buying your grocery, but you have to go back by Friday, everything finished. By Friday, tell him last week, okay? The cheese finishing before Saturday.
Yeah. Done, boy.
And then, man, I think the day we used to go grocery was the Friday. And Lance used to come and help me. And
What,
then we
what?
travel home. When I used to make grocery there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't have no car when we now married.
Yeah.
We got a car when Lisa was like a year old.
Yeah.
So you go, that was a grocery, was convenient because the taxi stand was right opposite.
Yeah.
My Hart Street there, around I think.
Right, yeah. But one thing in Trinidad, my recollection is you always have taxi to take you all over the place.
Yeah.
Anywhere you live in, man, you
Yeah.
jump in a taxi and
Yeah,
PH, whatever.
Yeah,
I think it's Judy Campbell.
yeah.
Judy was going Maruga. Oh, she went to Maruga
Mm.
and she came back number staying with us.
Right.
So I said, Maruga, how you get down inside of there? She said, boy, it's one thing in Trinidad. Is that taxi going anywhere you want to go? Because
It's true.
she's
It's
talking about some of the friends living in Whale Laloon or somewhere down
Like
inside of there.
living Catty mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was telling me, she think, boy, we had car to go anywhere we want to go.
No, we really have had good transport
Yeah, boy.
services.
Why here smoking?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it's on fire. And then that's what's the baby, big on fire, no?
Where is it? Why here smoking?
Oh, boy.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Omar,
You don't
Right.
you have a board for this? Right.
look at that.
Man, we had to get bread knife for this day?
Yeah.
This is going to be too,
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
a red knife.
okay.
So, where's our
Good stuff.
process here now?
The most modus operandi. Okay. I going in like this. Tell me we're going wrong.
No. Opie, you just proceed.
Okay. I'm going
You
like
good.
this.
Use your judgment there and
Yeah.
yes, boy.
Man, I could just tell this thing tasting good. Yeah, man. This thing gone right through, but the only thing is, I must see. Let me try this. Okay. All right, it cut, man. Okay.
This one like it.
Woo. You see how that thing slicing there, lads?
Fire, boy.
Oh my goodness, smoking, girl.
Oh, yo. You have to leave a butter knife now, you can't use that knife.
Yeah, bring that butter from me, please. Butter, boy. The butter? Give me the butter. Yeah. I just want to just dab a little butter in that.
We wait long time, eh, Nancy?
Hmm?
You having a piece of butter too. All of we take trying it, you know, man.
Eh? Oh gosh. Look how that butter melting. With that heat, eh? No.
That's yours, and Opie. You sampling that?
Yeah.
Or rather, where deep?
Where the cheese you put it?
Look right here, honey.
Ladies first. D.
Yeah.
Huh?
Come, girl.
Hmm.
Louise.
We want that taster.
Yeah.
Hmm?
D.
Look, you.
Oh gosh. Let's see this boy.
D, what are you trying yours with? Some butter first?
Huh?
You trying some butter first? Look, it's in our place here, no?
No. Too cute.
Hey, Louisa, I want back my piece. Where going with that?
I was giving tea for tasters, boy.
Nah, boy, this is my sandwich thing.
You got to cover it up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going down here.
Okay, partners. Lasana, check the man.
This for the test, boy.
Check the man.
This is the final test. The-
Grand finale, boy.
Uh-huh.
Have you representing Lastana?
Mm. Mm.
That is the idea.
Mm. That is the best.
Well, we have a taster like Lastana, lads.
Oh boy, everything in here come together. The saltfish and the cheese and the whatever you make this thing with, wherever you make this.
Buljol.
I tasting all the ingredients, but I know the ingredients.
He tasted all the ingredients, but you don't know what the ingredients are.
There's all kind of thing going on in the mouth right now, you know?
All the glands.
Flip the camera, Eddie. Flip the camera, Eddie. Flip it. You see your husband how you feeling it?
Take a bite now.
Take a bite now, D. It could taste a little better as over a bite it already.
I can't do like lasagna.
No, but she does know good food.
Yes, of course, she's a great cook, you know.
Mhm.
If you know good food and you can cook, you could imagine.
Very nice. Very nice.
He had you. He had you.
Really go down in here, boy.
Very
This part
good.
of it.
Yeah.
Here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Right.
You
So
see,
we're going to roll now.
when you could put your whole mouth inside of here, so. Boy, I want that pork now.
And that's Hannah's specialty too, eh?
Look at that, Lancy.
Yes, great.
Look at them in the oven here.
Yes, man. Only going roadside and sell this?
No, boy,
I
this
see it has some vehicles parked on coming up that
avenue.
Yes.
what is the SR7?
Yeah.
And 75 US, eh? Not TT.
What? Pretty big?
Yeah. 75 US, boy.
Okay, Louise girl. Very nice. Thank you very much. You will be
Thank
gone.
you. My wife a coke, boy.
All right, Louise, I'm signing off now.
All right.
Okay?
Yes, man.
Very good.
My girl from Trinidad. My big sister, my little sister.
Very nice. Very nice.
Great.
Oh,
Come
boy.
grab a plate. Yeah, some nice plates there, man. I like the plates. They are good quality.
This
is to top it off.
Mm.
You know?
Right, so Nancy still filming?
Yes, Gil. Like it's impossible to stop. Gil, let me bring a chair for you.
No, I good.
Bring a chair.
My pass a plate there from please.
Okay.
Okay, Louis, when you get your share, I will quick.
I will take up, give me another one too. I'll take up for lunch.
You have to play.
Here.
Not a big piece, please. These things always give you a little trouble, eh?
Yeah.
You wash it down with this, and you're good to go, you know.
You wanted it inside, Lance?
No, it's okay. That's why you're doing that's fine.
Butter?
Not necessarily.
Cheese?
No cheese, please.
No cheese.
At the moment.
Do you want me to take out for you? Sure. You want to put it in the bake or?
NGB.
In the bake.
She like the sandwich thing.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Butter? Melted?
Yeah, just.
Mm-hmm. Cheese? Mm-hmm.
It tastes good.
Yes.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Come and sit down here by yours, one.
Come here.
Sit on one side.
Huh?
Look.
Huh?
In case you need a fork to pick up one. Fell on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, folks. So this has been a very entertaining 2 days. We started off
With one
going.
man.
We started off with one a man. Then we went to the mall, and we had a little. What was it? What we had Cajun.
Cajun food.
Yes, and then we came home, and we had some. We were down to watermelon, and today we up to coconut bake. So, friends, thank you very much, and Opie,
Right,
once
yes.
again, brother, take good care.
Gotcha.